The one our ancestors transformed.
He's running from the large, loud human.
Perfect! He's distracted! This is our chance! Our chance to...
Do what exactly? I haven't figured that part out yet. But we'll improvise!
Back in the chase, Nobita had managed to put some distance between himself and Jian by executing a series of evasive maneuvers that would have impressed military tacticians if any had been watching. He ducked under park
Yikes! Not so fast!
benches. He zigzagged between confused joggers. He used a group of elderly people doing Tai Chi as a living obstacle course.
Nobita!
Doraemon called from that.
Use the take-copter!
I forgot it! How do you forget the take-copter?
You were supposed to remind me!
Was having an emotional crisis!
Your emotional crisis is going to get me killed!
Shizuka, bless her heart, had taken cover behind a fountain and
Was watching the chaos unfold with the expression of someone who had long ago accepted that her life would never be normal as long as Nobita existed in it.
Should I call someone?
Sunio, who had materialized beside her because he had a supernatural ability to appear.
wherever gossip was happening, shook his head. No, let it play out. This is content gold.
You're not still filming? I've been filming since...
I was born. I'm going to have the world's most comprehensive documentation of suburban chaos. The chase had now circled back around toward the original concert location, where Jian's abandoned microphone and speakers sat waiting like a trap that nobody had set but everyone was about to fall into. Nobita! Not watching where he was going, because watching where you were going was for people who didn't have immediate survival concerns, tripped over a speaker cable. He went down hard. Jian, unable to stop his momentum because physics is a harsh mistress, also went down. And somehow, in a sequence of events that defied explanation, both of them crashed into the microphone stand, which fell over into a pile of equipment, which created a domino effect that ended with the entire speaker system toppling into the park's decorative pond. Splash! Water and electronics mixed in ways that water and electronics that should never mix. Sparks flew. Fish scattered. A duck, which had been peacefully swimming, looked personally offended. And then, the sparking equipment did something impossible. It opened a portal. Not a big portal. Not an impressive swirling vortex of cosmic energy. Just a small, irregular tear in reality that hummed and crackled and looked like someone had ripped the universe while trying to take off a price tag.
What is that?
Tank gold.
Sunio whispered, zooming in. Nobi and Jian, waterlogged and confused, stared at the portal with matching expressions of, this was not in the plan.
Did we break reality?
You broke reality. I was just chasing you.
You were trying to murder me!
Everyone calm down!
This is all your fault, Nobita. What a disaster!
Lightly assault you. There's a difference.
That's a temporal anomaly. Caused by... the electrical surge interacting with the natural magnetic fields of the park and the specific frequency of Jian's singing voice. Everyone stared at him.
Singing caused time travel? Your singing causes a lot of things, Jian.
Not all of them should be discussed in polite company.
Before anyone could process this information, the portal began to pulse. Something was coming through. A figure emerged, yellow, round, familiar yet impossible. It was Doraemon, but not the Doraemon standing with them. This was a yellow Doraemon, with ears, looking confused and slightly singed, but unmistakably, impossibly, the original.
Where am I? Why does everything look so retro?
With an expression that could only be described as existential vertigo.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey.
Who are you? Why do you look like a sad version of me?
I am you. Was you. This is a temporal paradox and we're all going to die! Dramatic.
I like it. Also, what happened to your ears? Did you lose a bet?
Mice happened!
Mice? Those tiny fuzzy things? What could mice possibly...
At that exact moment, Reginald P. Whiskers III saw his opportunity. A yellow Doraemon with ears, fresh ears, unguarded ears. The perfect chance to relive
His family's greatest triumph and also achieve his own destiny of causing maximum chaos.
Reginald squeaked, leading his family of approximately 47 mice in a scurrying assault toward the yellow robot cat. Yellow Doraemon saw them coming. His eyes went wide. His systems identified the threat. And deep in his programming, something snapped.
No! Not the mice! Not again!
With a voice that made Jian's singing sound like a gentle lullaby.
I won't let it happen! No!
He dove behind Blue Doraemon, using his future past self as a shield.
Protect me! Use your future knowledge! Save my ears! Why would I protect the ears that I already lost? Because if I keep my ears,
Maybe you'll get them back.
that's not how time travel works. Do you want to risk it?
Nobita, showing a rare flash of tactical thinking, grabbed a nearby butterfly net that had been abandoned by some poor child who was probably now traumatized by the duck incident.
I'll save you!
He swung the net at the advancing mice, who scattered in various directions, regrouped, and continued their assault with the determination of a military unit that had been specifically bred for this time.
There's so many of them. Wow, Shizuka, that's a lot of mice. Be careful, Shizuka. Don't worry, I've got this. They don't like the petals. They're organized. They have strategy. This is unprecedented rodent behavior.
Never one to back down from a challenge. I say we take the fight to them. Be left out of a conflict, had pulled himself out of the pond and was advancing on the mice with his fists raised.
You want to fight? I'll fight all of you! My hands are too big for you to run from!
The scene had devolved into complete chaos. Doraemon was crying preemptively about his ears. Blue Doraemon was trying to calculate the temporal implications of his past self meeting him while also avoiding
I'm by myself. What if I meet what's wrong?
mice. Nobita was swinging a butterfly net with the precision of someone who had never successfully caught a butterfly. Shizuka was creating a floral distraction.
Sunio was narrating for his eventual documentary, and Jian was having a fistfight with rodents. Reginald P. Whiskers III, surveying the chaos from atop a
Nearby rock felt a surge of pride.
"This is beautiful," he squeaked. "Grandfather would be so proud."
But then something unexpected happened. Doraemon, the blue Doraemon, stopped running from the mice. He stopped panicking. He stopped being the terrified robot cat who had let a childhood trauma define his entire existence. He
Doraemon? What are you doing?
I'm done being afraid. I've been
scared of mice for over 100 years. I let one bad experience turn me into a permanent victim. I changed colors because I couldn't
Handle my own emotions.
Is this a pep talk? I love pep talks!
No, Blue Doraemon said. This
Is a reckoning. He reached into his four-dimensional pocket and pulled out a gadget that he'd been too afraid to use for decades. It was
called the Fear Converter, a device that could transform terror into courage, but only if the user truly wanted to change. He'd never wanted to change. Being afraid of mice was part of his identity. It was comfortable in its uncomfortable way. But looking at his yellow past self, seeing the fear that was already taking root,